I'm at the bottom, low level, still climbing high. Ain't got a phantom, ain't lying. Faries out my range, ain't lying. Pushing US SUV, ain't lying. I'm at the bottom, still climbing to the top. Choose real though, ain't lying. My shorty sex bad, ain't lying. My face worth a brick, ain't lying. No, I ain't lying. Look me up, ain't hard to find. I'm here in the hood, might be riding. Research beef, real nigga, no for grind. Holla at me, ain't lying. Out the pen 3 years, got to start a bank. My safe name Mike Beck. Heavy banks, got the kit on the table, blazing plates. Hungry soldiers on foot, taking money. Shit done slowed up since I left. A couple cats blowed up since I left. Because a rat folded up, that's why I left. Had this bitch folded up before I left.
We got the one Unforgiven, the core beef, you know what I'm saying? I be the one, the host with the most, DJ Sony Doom. Long Journey Entertainment, days never wasted. You know how it be, all day, every day. But yo, I do this anyway. Was raining, but now it done stopped. It's like, it's good because, you know what I'm saying, it was hot earlier. So being that it cooled the earth down, that's how the earth spins and that's how it goes around. You got anything to say to the people out there, brother?
Hey, man. Y'all know my phrase, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love the world, even if the world don't love me back, man.
Word up, man.
And I'm with my DJ today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it been a minute.
Right, you know.
Some things been going on throughout the world. You know, I want to tap into something, you know, to express myself, you know, especially down here in the South, man. You know, a lot of us who's American, you know, our peoples came from the South and made it up to the northern states, and you know, so you know how that go. Everybody knows the story of that, but you know, we have
South Carolina, you know what I'm saying? North Carolina, the South is the South, ATL. Yep. Florida, you know.
But in this specific town, in the town of Bertie County, North Carolina, we touched bases on a situation about a jail called Bertie Martin Regional Jail. And until last week, there's been some things being changed around in this jail, which I am happy because they didn't treat the inmates well. So a lot of staff got replaced. The administrator is gone. You see, this is a private jail. So the administrator or the owner, he's gone. So someone else is coming to take his place. So, you know, with that being said, man, I'm thinking that it's finally going to become a better jail because they do treat you like animals in this jail, and that ain't no lie. I mean, you know about what you know about that jail?
Just a couple of, you know what I'm saying, couple of in and outs, but
that's all you need to know.
Wasn't no hotel stay, but you know, yeah.
If you're there for one day, you know it's not a regular jail.
Right.
You got mold, right. You got rust, you got closed windows, no yard, no recreation. They mace you to death for no reason. Man, they corrupt there. They corrupt in that jail, man. And you know, and it's been on the news. You know, I'll let y'all hear some of the news reading.
In an abrupt, unexpected move, Bertie Martin Regional Jail Administrator Terrence Whitehurst resigned his position last week after serving in the role since September 2017. Whitehurst could not be reached for comment and did not respond to emails regarding the decision. Martin County Commissioner Dempsey Bond, chair of the Jail Commission in 2017, could not be reached for comment on Whitehurst's departure. Bond currently remains on the commission as vice chair. According to interim Martin County Manager Ben Eisner, Whitehurst submitted his resignation effective at the end of May. Recent changes on the Bertie Martin Regional Jail Commission have brought problems at the jail to the forefront in recent weeks. The condition of the facility, the staffing problems, and the treatment of the inmates were recently discussed at a jail commission meeting.
See, at this jail, it's 4 people to a cell. It's 3 cells in each block. That's 12 people. They be having 25 people in this jail. People be on the floor. Then they had a CO by the name of Nate Gillum who killed the old man by using too much force. They let him go with pay from what I heard, but he ended up coming back and he still had his job after a year or so.
In February, the Bertie County Commissioners voted to appoint Commissioner Vivian Saunders to the Bertie Martin Regional Jail Commission. Following the appointment, Saunders was elected to chair the commission. The other commissioners include Vice Chair Dempsey Bond, Brent Jackson, Bertie County Sheriff Tyrone Ruffin, Timothy Moore Sr., and Pastor William David Ray. Bertie County Clerk to the Board of Commissioners Tanya Davis serves as the clerk to the commission. The conditions at the jail are horrible. Unbelievable. They have not passed an inspection in a long time. They are understaffed, and have been for months, and the conditions are awful, said Saunders. I can't believe a joint county-operated facility is in this shape. The citizens, the employees, and the inmates deserve better. We should be ashamed this has happened. Saunders was elected to the Bertie County Commission last November, and has been a longtime advocate for the underserved. As soon as I saw the conditions, I knew we needed to form committees to address the problems. My plan calls for personnel, finance, audit committees to be formed along with an oversight committee. This needs to be done. There is no transparency at that facility, explained Saunders. Murmurs regarding problems within the facility had not been confirmed until now. However, there have been concerns raised in the past. Problems at the facility had not been brought to the attention of the Bertie or Martin County Commissioners previously. The Bertie Martin Regional Jail Commission has total autonomy over administration of the jail. The North Carolina General Assembly passed specific legislation for the Joint Operating Agreement in 1981. The BMR Jail Commission shall have all of the powers and authority conferred upon it by the NCGS Chapter 153A Counties, Article 10 Law Enforcement and Confinement Facilities, p. 2 Local Confinement Facilities, and by concurrent acts of the Boards of Commissioners of the counties of Bertie and Martin. Saunders said there are no easy fixes. It's going to take time, and a lot of work, but we will get this straightened around. I'm telling you, we're going to fix this, said Saunders.
You know, but back to my DJ.
That's serious though, but that's real serious, because that's individuals, what I mean, that can get lost in a small space, in a smaller place, which is the town. You know what I mean? And we got to help the brothers and the sisters that's in these situations to get out, to a better situation. We're not saying that they got there, as angels, but we are all human, you know what I mean? And we got to, be able to forgive and be able to move on, for real, for real.
The Bertie Martin Regional Jail, BMRJ, is moving forward and is on the right track, according to BMRJ Commission Chair Vivian Saunders. Martin County Manager Drew Batts has a lot to do with that, Saunders said. Everything is good. We are moving forward. All the commissioners are in agreement with what we are doing, she said. I cannot say enough good things about Martin County Manager Drew Batts. We are figuring this thing out. He is an amazing young man, and we are working together to get this straight. Batts took over the reins as Martin County Manager on May 16 from interim County Manager Ben Eisner, and was immediately presented with the BMRJ concerns. According to Saunders, the BMRJ Commission recently appointed Lydia Freeman interim BMRJ Administrator. She replaces former Administrator Terrence Whitehurst. Whitehurst resigned effective May 30, when Saunders was appointed Chair. Paul Schwab was appointed Interim Deputy Administrator, filling the void caused by Freeman's appointment. Because we are a commission and no one person can make any decision about appointments to the jail, we thought it would make common sense to appoint the person who has been obviously conducting the majority of the duties at the jail as interim administrator, said Saunders. There is a process that we have to go through to actually hire a new administrator, and this is a part of the process. We will be advertising for a new administrator, a jail secretary, and detention officers, said Saunders. A major concern for Saunders were the vacancies at the jail. The facility has a shortage of jailers, causing substantial overtime and stress for the employees. Saunders took issue with the fact there have been 11 vacancies at the jail for almost 8 years. With BMRJ Commission transparency in mind, Saunders invited Martin County and Bertie County Commissioners to the May Commission meeting. Bertie Commissioners Michael White, L.C. Hoggard, Ron Robertson, Corey Balance, and Bertie County Manager Juan Vaughn joined Martin Commission Chair Joe Ayers, Skip Gergenis, and newly appointed Martin County Manager Drew Batts in the gallery at the Martin County Commission boardroom to observe the monthly meeting. Other Martin County officials were in attendance, along with some jail personnel. The commissioners were invited by Saunders to calm waters that became turbulent once she appointed committees made up of BMRJ commissioners to review operations at the institution. In April, a personnel, finance, and audit committees, along with an oversight committee, were unanimously approved by the commission and members were appointed. The committees needed to be appointed. There is no transparency at that facility, said Saunders. Currently, the commissioners are in the process of rewriting the administrator's job description, along with other positions. Saunders has also lifted a prior ban on jail employees from making derogatory or critical comments about BMRJ officials. Let me remind the board, this is public comments. The individuals who are speaking have a right to speak. As long as they're not being derogatory or attacking any member of this board, they have the right to speak openly. They have 3 minutes to speak. Madam Clerk will be keeping the time. After 3 minutes, she will signify the time, explained Saunders. Former Bertie Martin Jail Commissioner Diane Bazemore stated she had raised complaints previously, but nothing had been done. Bazemore was reappointed to the BMRJ Commission in 2020 for a 2-year term. I have voiced complaints in the past, so I hope this current board will look into the complaints that were suppressed in the past, and I appreciate that, said Bazemore. Henry Jackson, a former BMRJ employee, claimed the jail needs to be looked into. I read the newspaper article, and I was very encouraged that there was going to be a change. A turnabout going at a different direction. It's a start, Jackson said. I believe as a former employee my business was the jail. I had reported something when I was an employee there, to one of the board members at the time, and I was terminated for doing so. I lost my job basically for telling the truth. I heard the gentleman is saying that we give the truth clarity tonight. That's a possible thing. I recorded some things, and I was told that because I wasn't a player, my services weren't needed, he added. I hope that the board chairman takes a close look at your inner circle as well, before going forward, because there was some people on the board at the time that knew certain things that was happening in the jail that did nothing about it, that helped cover up some things. Jackson added, and I just pray that the new direction looks into the staffing there, how they were treated in the past, and also that those who are still there that did some things that were not right. Saunders' goals is to rewrite the BMRJ bylaws, which have not been reviewed since 1981 when the commission was formed. The commission is its own governing body, and sets its own rules. Saunders is proposing all the commissioners come together to rewrite the bylaws. She hopes the commissioners from both counties will come together to recreate those laws. According to the bylaws, drafted in 1981, every purchase over $250 has to be approved by the commission. Can you believe that? Somebody needs to begin to pay attention, said Saunders.
For real, but yeah, we definitely gotta look out for the brothers and the sisters out there to make sure they good, you know what I'm saying, definitely.
Yeah, because it's bad enough, you know, the law enforcers put fabricated charges on people. Mm-hmm. So it's the same way no matter where you're at on this globe with these people. But one thing about the jail situation and how it did change up, it was a Caucasian lady, from my understanding, by the name of Miss Russell. And, you know, when I was in there and I seen her, she was a new staff to me, but I didn't like how she was acting towards the inmates. But for whatever reason occurred, I heard it was her, and I don't know that to be by 100% fact, but the facts are, it been some changes in that jail a week ago. And it was definitely needed. Too many people on the ground sleeping. Food is a small portion. Man, I could talk about this jail for a long time, man, because they just ain't right.
Long time coming, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, the people, you know, hopefully they do good, you know, because there'd be a lot of, you know, money invested into certain corporations and they don't spend it on what they're supposed to. This is why we have, in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, the breakouts, because of the maintenance, you know what I'm saying, the conditions of the jail. We're not saying that the jail is so poor that it got broken down, but Joe, you know what I mean, you can, you know what I'm saying, get out of there if something becomes so rusted where it can't be fixed, it can be broken more down. So that's how the New Orleans got out, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, crazy when it comes down to, you know, incarceration. Like I said, look out for the brothers, look out for the sisters, and you make sure that they good in there as well as out here, because when they come outside, they need more than just a second chance. They need a chance, you know what I mean? And you got to be able to have it in your heart to give it to them, you know what I mean? Word.
And that's good stuff, man. And I love the world, even if the world don't love me back.
Shit done slowed up since I left. A couple cats blowed up since I left. Because a rat folded up, that's why I left. Had this bitch folded up before I left. Of course, shit done changed from its proper order. First the coke went up before we crossed the borders. Got scared, then it drowned it. Found a way to flood it, cause I'm bout it. Days never wasted, entertainment is my game. Long Journey Entertainment, my neighbor name. Blowing smoke, TNT, getting fame. We don't turn tricks, we turning styles and running trains. I'm at the bottom, low level, still climbing high. Ain't got a phantom, ain't lying. Faries out my range, ain't lying. Listen, US SUV, ain't lying. I'm at the bottom, still climbing to the top. Choose real though, ain't lying. My shorty sex, ain't lying. My face worth a brick, ain't lying. No, I ain't lying. Look me up, ain't hard to find. I'm here in the hood, might be riding. Research beef, real nigga, no for grind. Holla at me, ain't lying. Graded my hustle, must rate it 2 thumbs up. Selling knockoffs, but it's not enough. Got a 9 to 5, but it's not enough. It's like getting pussy niggas, never got enough. Got my own business, writing books. A crooked eye for them schemers, Captain Hook. Strangers calling my phone, get me shook. Hello, are you working for the judge who threw the book at me? While I was gone, the police was moving pounds to the trap till they got trapped. The feds took them down, alerting gold mine areas. Cops want in, the government officials with their pockets touching. Boys in blue getting their hands dirty. If they don't accept payoffs, they ain't worthy. I'm on my tunnel grind, flipping birdies. Bets on 36 eggs, a chicken derby. I'm at the bottom, low level, still climbing high. Ain't got a phantom, ain't lying. Faries out my range, ain't lying. Listen, US SUV, ain't lying. I'm at the bottom, still climbing to the top. Choose real though, ain't lying. My shorty sex, ain't lying. My face worth a brick, ain't lying. No, I ain't lying. Look me up, ain't hard to find. I'm here in the hood, might be riding. Research beef, real nigga, no for grind. Holla at me, ain't lying.